All right, today I'm gonna start a new project, and as you can see by the background, I'm not in the mountains of Japan anymore. I'm in the mountains of Colorado at a friend's house that I built a hot tub for. You can check out those videos. And now we're hunkered down for pandemic and doing some house improvements. And we're gonna put a floor in his pole barn garage so he has a shop. Check out these ducks. Little family of ducks lives in this pond. So at first I was thinking I'll throw up some headers and some joist hangers and just throw down a floor. And then I thought, oh, maybe I can do it in the style that I learned in Japan, where I put down girders with smaller joists on top and then a plywood floor. And I priced out the materials, and it's actually cheaper to do it the Japanese style. Now I wonder why that is. I think the company that makes joist hangers really wants to make some money, I suppose. But we're gonna do it in the traditional way, which will be fun. And I'll give you a tour of the site here. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any video of the demolition, which would have been a pretty cool time lapse. But I have some pictures that I'll show you here. And basically, there were these barn stalls that we removed to make up this open space. Dirt floor, simple pole barn. What we're gonna do is build a L-shaped floor that spans this 12 by 24 foot bay. And it's gonna come around here, be I think 12 by 8 feet, which is gonna leave this dirt floor area for their big tractor. And maybe we'll throw some gravel down to give that a nice place to sit. All right, as you can see, the floor here is just a dirt floor. It's not level. But we want our new floor to be nice and level. And so we need to establish a reference line around the entire site. Now, normally, I would be doing this with a laser level. But my shitty laser level is in Maryland. And my super nice laser level is in a crate, either in Japan or on a boat. So I'm gonna have to do it Egyptian style, which is to use the power of water. So let me show you what I got here. This is 50 feet of 1/4 inch ID tube. It doesn't matter what it is, it's just the cheapest stuff they had at the store. And I got it here soaking in some hot water to make it more flexible. Just hot tap water, doesn't need to be anything crazy. And once it soaks a little bit, I'm gonna use it like a long straw and pull that water through the whole hose. And then we will attach one end of the hose somewhere here, like on this post, maybe about there, and bring the hose around all the different points and mark where the other end of the hose's water sits, because water will find its own level. It doesn't matter how wackadoo the hose is. And it also doesn't matter, excuse me, it also doesn't matter where we're marking it, as long as it's a consistent mark around the whole site. I'm gonna go the distance that I can use my framing square from. So I'm not gonna go way up here and then have to worry about a long measuring tape. I'm gonna go somewhere around here so I can reference off that, because I'm not sure where the floor level is gonna be yet, but I need a level reference. So I can always measure down or up from that reference line. So this level line that I marked around this post is in line with the meniscus of this water level. And the water all over here, wherever this meniscus is, that's going to be the same level as over there. Okay, with level marks, reference marks around the whole floor, which we normally do with a laser, Now we got to establish our actual layout for the way that all the girders are going to intersect with these posts. And this is basically how the floor is going to be: 3/4 inch plywood, 2x4 nata or the joists, the 4x4 Ishibatate or obiki, which are like the girders, and little tsuka, little mini posts, and then the stones, or in this case, they're little concrete blocks. We're trying to keep the overall height of the floor to a minimum, so that you don't have to step up under this big mezzanine. So I'm going to figure out the total, because we got 6 7/8 here, plus 3/4, which would be 7 5/8. And we want to figure out where the highest point in this floor is going to be and where the lowest point in this floor, and see how big these little tsuka need to be. They're not going to be very huge. I don't want to get this floor very large, but I do want to keep the girders off the soil so that there's no rot or anything like that. We have the reference mark here, and then we established our center line of our girders. And then I made this little jig so I could quickly lay out the mortises. So we have the center line here, and then I just strike lines on the edges here, and then this is the depth. So I'll finish up that layout all around. I just finished chiseling the lines on all these little stub mortises. Now I'm going to go back with a Forstner bit and a little pattern cutting drill bit, or pattern cutting router bit, and clear up all this material. What's nice about a pattern bit is you can chisel the line down a little bit and then just give yourself a hair of that bearing and clear out this material. Forstner bits first to get rid of the bulk, and then you just finish it with a chisel, and that'll provide a really nice purchase for these girders to fit, and it doesn't reduce the post significantly. I suppose you can figure the strength of the post is the cross-sectional area. Once these girders are screwed in, the bearing should be about the same. Okay, so now let's make some sawdust. Just finished up the mortises for the girders. Basically chiseled, took it down with a Forstner bit, and then finished it up with a router and a little paring. Some of these are long like this, so we can slide in the girder into the center of these two posts. So the next step is going to be to fit the initial post-to-post girders. I guess they would be called Ishibatate. About quitting time on day one here. Got all the stuff laid out, mortise is cut, got the first 3 girders in here. Obviously this is not going to span the whole distance. We are going to put the little tsuka in after everything is in place. The reason we're doing it after is because we've ensured that the bow of this is down, and then we're going to we're gonna run a line on the board and then use a string line to level up the girder. And so that will compress the mini posts against the foundation stones and get everything tightened up. And then we'll anchor those little mini posts. So thanks for watching episode 1 of the barn floor install. We'll see you in the next one.